Good morning, gentlemen. Lawrence of Asia, coming at you once again here from the Gili Islands here in Indonesia, one of my favorite places. Good morning, brother. And this is just one of my absolute favorite places in the entire world, easily one of my top three. No cars, no motorcycles on the entire island, and everyone gets around by bicycle. It's just across the strait from Bali. So that over there is Bali, Indonesia, and then you've got these epic islands here where everybody gets around by bicycle. And hear me all right. I just want to show you this place because it is so incredibly special. This entire island, at the moment it's a little bit overcast. That boat right there, that's a Golden Princess boat company. I believe that's the company I came in on yesterday. And this place is really, really special. I mean, if you were able to make $3,000-$4,000 a month, you could stay in an epic place like this. Breakfast included, and beachfront property, brand new hotel, one of the nicest and best on the entire island. Now's low season. Pay about $60 a night for the room, and in America this would be minimum $300 a night. Then they'd ask you to pay extra for the bicycle. They would ask you to pay extra for everything. Who knows? But this is easily 20% the cost you pay anywhere else in the Western world. Aside from that, gentlemen, it's just simply that freedom to be anywhere at any time, which also does have its own burden as well, having so many options. In the beginning, it's really, really nice, and then at some point, you have so many options that it can wane on you to some degree. The lack of choosing where you're going to go next, right? And so it's nice to have already chosen some kind of itinerary sometimes. But this is one of the most peaceful places I know of. The fact that there's no cars, there's no motorcycles. There's great food, great people. The people are really kind and sweet. It doesn't have that hostile island vibe. There's no aggression here on this island. It's very, 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 very peaceful. You can surf here. You can ride horses. And you can meet amazing people from all around the world. You can also dive some of the most amazing coral reef off some of these islands. You can snorkel. And it's just incredibly peaceful. So it's a great place to get your head straight, to get your head squared away and make your next plans, or just come here to enjoy life to the fullest, either or. Found myself on the boat yesterday, and all I wanted to do was, I was just totally in the moment. All I wanted to do was dance, I felt like I was in a party, and I lost myself. I just lost myself in the moment coming here with the music, and it's a good feeling. It's a nice feeling. With no alcohol, so I don't drink, not into the drugs. I don't think that's the best life. I have a lot to share, traveling the world for the last 16 years, most of which living here in Asia, having a family and children these days as well. Not to flex, but just to say, what I've been able to create or manifest is a lot of people's dream. It used to be my dream. Now I'm just in it, Now I'm aspiring for greater things. And I do think that's part of the equation as well, is to always aspire for more. Aspire for more, yet at the same time to be content and grateful for what you have. And I think it's not even necessarily aspiring for more as much as it is the beauty in creating. We're made in the likeness and image of God, and we are creators. So to create a multitude of business brings great fulfillment. It does, and whenever there's stagnation, regardless if you're already successful, you could have everything, but if you're stagnant and not creating, then I feel like there's one degree of potential and fulfillment missing for myself. I notice that I really appreciate when I'm able to see the horse here in the background. Horse and carriage. People get around by horse and carriage when they first get onto the island to take their bags back and forth, and after that everybody's on bicycle. Yeah, but there's that small degree of stagnation when one is not creating and fledging out, some kind of plan, some kind of business, at least in my experience. This island also, these Gili Islands here, they're surrounded by sea turtles. So even as I'm talking to you here, just out here, I've been watching a sea turtle pop its head up a couple times. I'm not going to be able to catch it in the video now, but they're all over this island, all around this island. You can see them on a daily basis. It's pretty cool. But this is one place. There's many other places. But the greatest education one can receive is to actually become mobile and travel the world. To actually travel the world and know the world firsthand. If you only see the world through a digital screen or through the media, you'll never have an accurate understanding, and nor will you have a true understanding or your own experiential wisdom and knowledge about what the world is. And it's funny because I hear people, I'll watch people's videos, YouTubers that I greatly admire. There's one gentleman from the UK, someone I greatly admire his content. I think he makes amazing content, and he's just traveling to Thailand for the first time. And to hear all of his hesitancies and his preoccupied mind about not being able to speak the language and not feeling comfortable or knowing how safe he is in a foreign country, it's very, very peculiar and surprising to see how much growth and discovery is there, even for someone at his level, someone with hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers, and someone who's a self-developed man, a gentleman who practices celibacy and teaches that, that to other men as well, guides gentlemen in that direction rather. And then to see how much of that cognitive dissonance is there of the unknown, and then just how much potential growth is there for this young gentleman as well. He's about 30 years old. There's nothing that really touches a gentleman traveling the world, but just remember, it's the mode in which you travel in. Don't travel just for the lust and the photos, remember that it's a spiritual journey, or rather, if you make it a spiritual journey when you're traveling, it's a grand and great opportunity for the universe to share itself with you in a way that never really happened for me up until the point that I started traveling. So I wish the same for you, to truly break free of the matrix, simulation, and witness yourself and the world with greater and greater clarity. And as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. I wish the same for myself as well. These days I find myself quite content grateful for what I have, grateful for where I am. It's a beautiful life. It's absolutely precious. You know, the thing that's given to me the most has been that letting go of material and then traveling. And inevitably, any conversation I end up in anywhere around the world, if it's not while I'm traveling, if I'm in the Western world, right, or even if I was in, Korea or whatnot, it inevitably winds up in me encouraging folks to travel. And that's because I genuinely wish well upon them, and I want them to have the same richness of experience that I have had, and to see that life doesn't have to be pre-programmed and cookie cutter. It doesn't have to be a set paradigm in which a set course in which one follows or carries out, but that it can be absolutely dynamic, and that, one can surrender and trust in God, in life, and that when one is able to do that, one can experience a grand sense of peace. And that peace that's something that it's rather hard to come by when one is always stuck chasing and accumulating and existing in the material world. Just remember, gentlemen, you are not your possessions, and you are not any title you may put upon yourself. You are infinitely greater. You are infinitely more. You are a divine incarnation, the likeness and image of God. That grand divine spark that is God, that lives within you as well. So I hope that you're able, gentlemen, to clear away all that is not you, to discover the real you. Travel's a great way to do it. I wish you great peace, great success. Don't live small, dream big, but remember to keep a reverence and humility so that you may experience a deep sense of peace. May keep gratitude strong in your hearts and your minds, gentlemen. Remember the preciousness that this life is, this gift. It's a grand gift, and nothing, well, everything rather, pales in comparison in the material world. The grand gift of life itself is the most valuable. It is everything. It is everything. So all the richness all the riches, everything that is truly of real worth, we are born with that. That simple ability to appreciate this life that we have. That is the grand gift. Give thanks, gentlemen. Give thanks. May we give thanks for our life, for this grand potentiality that we have to experience, to grow, and to witness this grand miracle. It is truly. I truly wish you well. I do. I truly wish you well. Wishing you a blessed and peaceful day, gentlemen. From the islands here in Indonesia, Gili T. Love you, gentlemen. Wishing you well. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.